Yo, 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 or should I say ho, 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 because it's Christmas up in here right now. Hey, welcome back to White Whale Fishing, everybody. I just wanted to continue on with another new Tackle Tuesday, and I got an exciting video for you today. Who doesn't like to talk about swim baits? Now, disclaimer, a few of these baits came late last year, and they've already done some test swims, but none of these baits have caught fish for me. But I want you guys to see what we're looking at. So let's start off with the biggest of the bigs. The Storm Arashi Glide. 7-inch bait, 2.5 ounces. Decent hooks, swiveling hook hangers. Comes with a snap. Jointed glide, comes with an extra tail. This guy's got good swimming action. It's got good responsiveness in the water. Now, obviously, this is like a shad style profile. So, yep, definitely looking forward to throwing that big guy. Savage Gear, Shine Glide. I think that's the hitch color. This thing's got some pretty awesome movement. It moves a little bit differently than a traditional glide bait. It's got a pretty wide pivot on it. Good hooks, non-swiveling hook hangers. Comes with a split ring here in the front. But this guy's definitely going to be seeing some time on the water here coming up soon. Bait Sanity is the name of the company. And this bait is called the Antidote. They've got a much bigger bait called the Explorer Glide. This is also a glide bait. This is a slow sink model. And good hardware, doesn't have swiveling hooks, does come with a split ring. Really liking that pattern, that color. It's a little bit different. Obviously, it looks like a perch, and I don't think that I have any perch in my waters here, but I do fish up in Michigan a little bit. Soft tail. This is the slow sink, not the super slow sink, and this thing comes up to the surface pretty easy. This thing's gonna make a pretty cool little wake bait come summertime. But yep, that's what the Antidote looks like from Bait Sanity. Picked this guy up last year, used, and it's a big bait, man. It is a big bait. That's the Depths Bull Shooter. And you've got to have a big old mouth, a big old bucket mouth to get that in. Soft tail, soft fins. It's almost got saltwater-ish hardware on it. These do not have rotating hook hangers, and this does have a split ring, but this is not like a Gantarelle. A Gantarelle's got 3 segments. This only has 2. This thing's close to 3 ounces. So all of these baits that I've showed you guys here so far are in the 2.5 to 3 ounce range. So that's it for the baits that I picked up late last year. Now for the brand new stuff. Ima has come out with a killer looking bait, and I have one of these in a smaller version, but this is called the Glide Fluke, and this is the floating version. So this guy does not sink at all. This weighs 2.5 ounces. It's a single jointed bait. You can see it's got a pretty wide kick there. Does not have swiveling hangers, does not come with a split ring, but this thing is pretty cool. Number one, it's got a glide. It floats, so it's going to wake like a glide bait on the top of the water, but you can work your reel or your rod tip to make this almost act like a jerk bait. And I thought that this was going to potentially score some monster Michigan largemouth and smallmouth. That's why I picked it up in a perch pattern. That's just a sexy looking bait. And Old Faithful, but the bigger version. That's the Jackal Gantarelle. That's the regular Gantarelle. That's not the Gigantarelle. That's not the Gantarelle Junior. That's the Gantarelle. She is 6.3 inches, 2.5 ounces. And let's see, what color is this? This is HL Bluegill. It's got like a chrome finish to it. So I think in some really bright days, this is really gonna stand out, call a lot of attention. I really like those feathered trebles that this guy comes with. And a lot of people don't know about the 2 different line ties, But if you tie it here, it'll swim under the surface, and if you tie it here, it'll act as a wake bait. Really, really cool bait. It does have a little tie back here if you wanted to put a stinger on. So, great bait. I've done one of my very first videos was on the Gantarelle, had a killer day on a pond last October. You guys should go check out some nice catches from that. Moving into the soft bait category, at the Ohio Fishing Expo, I met Producer Swimbaits. I think they're out of Georgia. I picked up this awesome 6.5 inch, right? It's solid, so it's not a line through. You've got to rig it with like a 10 or a 12-aught owner beast, but that thing is going to get some time on the water. I've got a clear rock quarry pond with some fat faces in it that I'm looking to catch a bass over 3 or 4 pounds in that lake, and I think this guy's going to do it. It's actually a trout stock pond too. Speaking of that, I got to call and find out when they're going to stock that trout. We also picked up a smaller version of those Producer swim baits, which I think are going to look awesome on a ball head jig this time of year. These would probably look fantastic on an Alabama rig. Really similar to Scottsboro. These feel a little softer than Scottsboro. I don't know what that means. Hopefully better action in the water. So yeah, I'm just waiting for the right time of year to start throwing these. Last couple baits we're going to talk to you guys about is the Dark Sleeper from Megabass. Been wanting to pick one or two of these up for a while. So this is a really small little bait, but this has got smallmouth written all over it for me, and especially in creeks and going to Michigan. And then, so this is the Mutsuguru color, and then we picked one up in the clear pink, but I'll refer to it as bubblegum because guys don't use pink baits, we use bubblegum colored baits. And if you guys don't know, you can see where that hook is, right? It's totally hidden inside that dorsal fin, but that dorsal fin splits wide open naturally. So pretty cool bait. Looking to see if the smallmouth bass eating bubblegum thing is a real thing. But yeah, I've got some high hopes for the Dark Sleeper. That's it. That's all we got, guys, for the swim bait category. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about the baits down below. If you've used them before, or if you want some more information on them, I'd be happy to chat with you about it. But hopefully, for sure, you guys are going to see them on the water. Hopefully, you guys will see some big fat swamp donkeys and small jaws hanging from them in 2020. Hopefully, you're able to get out on the water and do some fishing. I appreciate the support from each and every one of you. Have a great week, and I will see you on the water soon. Peace!